hobbies, like I said, life is about balance. So if I leave school, I'm not leaving school to go study immediately. I might leave and I might go to the gym. I might leave and I'm playing with my kids. I might leave. So it's all about balance, what you like to do. Too much of anything is not good for you.
So you feel like you should have hobbies?
Absolutely.
Because like some people go straight to school, go home, sleep, straight to school, home, sleep.
I don't agree with that at all.
Welcome back to another video. This is season 5, episode 4, and I am back with originally who am I talking to right now?
Chris and.
So as you do elaborate with the question, man, you could talk a little bit louder because the fan is on.
I got you.
So the first question I always ask people where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, deeper into the aviation industry, trying to pay off my house, and climbing in my company. Just climbing and teaching.
So where do you see yourself in a year from now?
A year from now, graduated. Graduated.
Did you ever figure out what so the question is what is your next step after you graduate?
Enter in the aviation industry.
You already got planned out?
In a way.
First come, first serve, basically?
No, I ain't gonna say that. I like engines, man.
So engines?
Yeah.
So what made you go that route? Into aviation?
Well, I was in the service prior to. So I worked on aviation engines prior to.
Okay, so you was already in that atmosphere, that type of,
Yeah.
So what made you actually go this route?
I always had a fascination for planes, man.
So the next question, so after you graduated, did you know what you wanted to do when you left school? What was your intent?
Be successful. That's it.
What made you go the military route?
I wanted to travel.
Travel?
Yeah.
Did you care about that GI Bill?
I mean, yeah, of course. Of course.
The money makes everyone, go. So after you graduated, what was the biggest successor? After after you left the military, what was the end goal?
Your mindset was just different. You know what I mean? You had more specifics, you had more leeway, you had benefits, you had, you had more of an idea what you wanted to do coming out of there.
Coming out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, coming out of it.
So as you do elaborate with the next question, man. So as we do get deeper, where are you originally from?
Lafayette, Louisiana.
So what brought you here, in Texas?
I've always wanted to come to Texas, really, but I've been all over, man.
So you always wanted to be around Texas?
In a way, more opportunity.
Okay.
I come from a small town, so.
See, I'm from Indiana, man. I'm from Gary, so
okay.
a little bit different.
Yeah.
Since I came down here, it been totally successful, positive vibes only.
Right.
Everyone been down here. It's one thing I noticed since I came down here, money's everywhere, man.
It's all over.
Money's everywhere,
You gotta know where to go get it.
And that's why I'm here, because like I said, I took the pilot route, so I'm a commercial drone pilot.
Okay.
And I went to school to get my Part 107 and basically I should have got my instructor's license, but I didn't execute it as I planned to.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of that right now, in the process of aviation and this. So as we do tuned in for future content like this. The next question, man, how do you feel about Joni Wave rights? Women's reproduction rights.
What do you mean?
So I elaborate. I mean by that is that do you think women should have the right to have their own?
Absolutely.
They
own anything.
So you don't think it should be controlled by the federal government or state to state?
I don't.
Because right now it's controlled by state. Some states you can have it, some states you can't
Federal,
have it.
you got more funding, so they'll have more support to whatever they have, whatever they're trying to accomplish. Right. So I think it should be federal.
So you think it should be woman's right, woman's choice, not
Right.
state by state? Because in Texas right now, it's the state choice, and the state says no. So do you agree with that? Do you agree or don't you agree?
I don't agree with that.
See, I'm in the same road with you, man.
I don't agree with that. When you put it that way, I don't agree with that.
See, I don't agree with that at all. So it should be literally woman's choice. Even though the population rate is going down,
right,
the rebirth rate is going down. But personally, what I think right now, they're just trying to create soldiers and have the future kids be our soldiers. Personally, that's what I think's going on. So as the election do come up, who you voting for? If you be in your business real quick, or if you're voting.
Right now, I don't know.
Because me personally, right now, I don't know. Because
I don't
at
know.
the end of the day, I want somebody who is competent in the office.
Right.
Because the last president wasn't very competent. He was an individual who was showing signs of declining.
Right.
So right now, personally, what I think is my opinion, anyone that can help the American people and keep our enemies abroad.
Right. Right.
Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah.
So no matter if you're Democrat, Republican, at the end of the day, you're still under the same constitution and the same government structure. So me personally, next question, man. So how do you feel about all the influencers, politicians, and governors and the resistance that does something that does nothing for the community?
Honestly, I don't really keep up with too much of that stuff, man.
So let me elaborate. So what I mean by it is that how do you feel about everyone that does nothing for their community? Like Dak Prescott, the Lakers,
I like people.
Just elaborate.
I like
governor.
people that do, but I feel like it depends on your situation. You do what you can do. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily bash people that don't, because everybody has a different living situation. You know what I mean? Everybody has, because before you can help somebody else, you gotta help you first. You know what I'm saying? So I really wouldn't knock people who don't. Maybe they can't. You don't know their situation. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I really wouldn't bash nobody.
So if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? If you had 1 million, what would you do with it?
1 million? 1 million today is not too much, but I would pay
something.
off my house.
It's something.
It's something. I would pay my house off.
$1 million can go literally in 10 minutes.
I would pay my house off, and then I really couldn't help anybody but outside of my own with $1 million.
So you feel like mostly you just help people around you?
I would help people around me. Yes, that's my immediate. I'd probably help my immediate with one. Multiple millions might be something different.
With 1 million,
one ain't gonna do too much. Not today.
How long do you think $1 million can last?
Me?
By you?
A long time. My lifetime, probably. My lifetime.
So you don't think you can just blow it away because this ain't money change the individual?
It would change me. It would change.
So would you still go to school? Would you still work?
Would I still work? It depends on what you talk about. I wouldn't work for anyone. No, I would start my own.
So you drop out of school even though you're almost over?
I wouldn't drop out. No, I don't quit. So I'd finish this, and then I would pursue
whatever you got going on. Just keep the license.
That's right.
That's a good answer. Probably the same way. I'll probably just continue this, get my license, and probably hire a mentor that can teach me how to expand in this industry.
Right.
Most likely I would do that.
Well, I'd probably get a mentor also to show me how to manage and move money.
Yeah, because your access is very important.
Yeah, I wouldn't quit though. That's not something I do. I wouldn't quit, drop out, and blow the money. Nah.
Because some people literally can go through $100 in 1 minute.
Nah.
And that's crazy, right?
I meal prep every day, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's that military style.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and being from a small town, bro. When you grow up with not too much,
you know how to make it
right. You start to appreciate what you have. You know what I mean?
And next thing, man. So the next question: why is it so not understanding for people to actually understand? You have to have nothing to make something. Can you elaborate on that?
You have to have nothing to make something. Wait.
Because you said you come from a small town, that was not really.
You learn how to make do with what you have, basically. So some people have the mindset already, and some people like when you have nothing, you have to make something. So out of nothing. So sometimes when you're born with stuff, you don't know how to appreciate what you've had because you've always had it. It's a standard for you. You know what I'm saying?
So you do have kids?
I do have 2.
So what is one big thing you can tell people that's watching right now that you should have knew when you were a young individual? What advice could you give people that's watching right now?
Well, I'm still young, but I would say, man, I would. It depends on what avenue. Because I can
elaborate on the avenue you went. Because you went straight to the military after high school, correct?
Nah, not straight out. I went to college first.
So you went to college, then the military. So after graduating high school, what could you tell an individual that's still lost in there? Don't even know what they want to do after high school?
I would say the military is a good choice because you get a lot of traveling and everything. But I would say work hard now, and you get to enjoy yourself later.
So you feel like you should value your first 5 years as a young adult. So after you graduate,
I feel like you should grind in your, from especially all through your 20s.
Because I'm 18.
I'm 28.
Oh yeah.
I'm 28. So I would grind through your 20s. You know what I mean? Your 30s. It's just gonna get chill from there, and you retire early, man. You retire. You set your pace, but you want to grind while you're young and chill later. You grind so you can chill later. But have fun in the process. You know what I mean?
That's the next question, man. So
life is all about balance.
That's the next question, man. So the next question is, like, how do you balance everything?
Well, with
school, work, kids, stress, family, just like your immediate family, your first family, second. You got that first family, second family. You got school, you got work, you got bills, you got like how do you just manage everything after you graduate high school?
Hobbies, like I said, life is about balance. So if I leave school, I'm not leaving school to go study immediately. I might leave and I might go to the gym. I might leave and I'm playing with my kids. I might leave. So it's all about balance, what you like to do. Too much of anything is not good for you.
So you feel like you should have hobbies?
Absolutely.
Because like some people go straight to school, go home, sleep, straight to school, home, sleep.
I don't agree with that at all.
So you feel like you should always have something to always do.
Absolutely.
Always keep your mind occupied. So what you forgot, so what you did earlier, you won't lose it because you always doing something else.
Right.
The next question, man. So what is the biggest difference, since you graduated high school?
Biggest difference? My mindset. I say confidence-wise, like, and making a move. Like, I'm more fluent with making an impulse decision. Like, if making an impulse decision back then was probably stupid versus right now, I've probably done some things and I have a lot of experience, so I can make impulse decisions. And it won't be as bad as if it was when I was 17, 18.
Elaborate to some people that's watching right now.
If I had to pick up my whole life right now and move to another state, I could do that. Versus when I was 18, I couldn't do that.
You couldn't be like, oh man, I don't want to leave only my friends, only my family. That's what you mean?
Right. That and money-wise,
So just up and go and just
up and going.
Because how some people.
I would go with like $20 in the account, you know what I mean? And try to move somewhere. Struggling. This is at 18 versus now. You know what I mean? So,
I see what you mean by that. So you're saying that then you wasn't thinking before you were acting.
Yeah.
You were just up and going.
Yeah.
As a bulldog. He was just attacking.
And I can do that now, but with more knowledge behind me. You know what I mean?
So like when you were 18, what would you tell yourself when you were 18 again? What would you do differently?
I would definitely take more risk. I would take more risk, but because you had to take risks to learn from them too. So it's like some of the risks I wouldn't have taken, and some of them I would. But you have to take the risks to learn because you learn from your failures.
So what was the biggest success coming here? Did you feel like you did the right move?
I think so, because I was in the industry already.
So it's not really. So it's now you're really just trying to get your license. What about airframe? How about airframe?
The airframe part of it. I came to learn the airframe part of it.
Okay.
Part of the deal.
As we do elaborate with the question, man, what can they find you at here? Like Instagram, TikTok, social media wise?
You can find me on Instagram. I don't know mine by heart right now. It's like C_Sam.
Make sure you guys like, follow, share, comment, stay engaged, tap in. This is season 5, episode 4. Like I said, make sure you guys like, follow, share, comment, stay tuned in. And like I said, like the next questions, man, the last one before we even get out of here. Where do you actually see yourself in a year from now? Like you actually got in depth. Like, where do you see yourself in a year at this date?
In a year at this date? Graduated, man.
Graduating by then and just probably waiting on the job, correct?
Just waiting on the job, man.
Well, definitely, man. Like I said, make sure you guys like, follow, share, comment, stay engaged. And this is season 5, episode 4. Till next time, you guys. Peace out.